Alright everybody, welcome to another week of Irish Collegiate Esports CSGO. My name is Jason Cardinal Power and I'm joined here by David tonight as we're going to be getting into Ulster University taking on the UCD B team. David, how are you keeping?
Good, yeah, thanks for having me on.
Very good, very good. So we're just after getting... The knife round was gone through very quickly there, a little bit faster than normal. But it did go the way of UCD, so they're going to opt to stay on that CT side. We are going to be getting into this best of one of our first double header tonight, so we're going to be actually covering two games. The first here between UCD and Ulster University, second game between TUD and the UCD A team. I think, correct me if I'm wrong there, David, but I think that's going to be our second match of this evening. So
yeah, with this game here, it's the 1-win, 1-loss game, and the other game later will be the 2-win, 2-win. So winner of the next game after will be into the semi-finals of the tournament.
Absolutely.
We're going 3B here for a CT setup. This is interesting now, and the bomb's moving towards B as well, so interesting bit of knowledge. It's standard enough setup, pistol side for UCD. They're rotating towards A. This is interesting. I know that Ferrex was saying to me that he's going to be the IGL, or he was talking about doing it for UCDB, so already a pick towards UCD. Oh, it's already a 5v3 like that. Bomb's going down on B. It's should just wait around now, the UCDB, and move in slowly, take the site. Great shot from HC. Lagoon gets 2 quick frags. It's traded out fast by Ferric. And great round from Connor as well.
And that's
2 for Connor, 2 for Connor, yeah. That's
going to be UCD picking up the pistol now. They almost clean swept, but Lagoon manages to pull it back, gets a couple of frags, does get taken out by Ferrex, but they will be taking the pistol round. So opening round going the way of UCD. We'll see the buy coming in near here on the CT side. Just to give you a quick rundown on the UCD team, we've got Ferrex, we've got Significant, we've got HZ, Buchel and Connor. And over on the Ulster University side, Mr. Sandwich, Belong, Jimmy, Cormac and Lagoon are going to be making up that T side.
He's on UCDB, is he?
Is he? Yeah, I think so.
I saw him on the Battlefly anyway, so.
Oh,
but he might be one of these players under a different name or something.
Possibly,
but
yeah,
both teams here have quite good players. I'm not so familiar with the Ulster players. Maybe I know Mr. Sandwich. But I was looking at their last game, and they all seemed to frag around the same. I think it was 16-7 against NCI it was. NCI, great team.
Yeah, some notable players on the NCI side.
From the fact that they're kind of similar frags, I'm going to say that they're more a team-based team. But they already have a stack towards Squeaky. Does Buchel have any util? Yeah, he's 2 flashbang. Not a whole lot of util for the CT now. Cross. Smoke cross. Great barracks. Great work there from Highway. Pick them out. Be solid around there from UCDB. Be comfortable.
Very comfortable around actually, and through the smoke finds double headshot already. Now that's nice little way to pad the stats.
Did Ulster push the A main smoke there? Maybe they should have waited a bit longer. Yeah,
that's the thing, and in a lot of these games we've seen so far in the tournament, teams can tend to start off maybe a little bit shaky on the team play front, but hopefully they'll get that sorted out now as we go into round number 3. It's all to play for now. Very important games tonight, David, for everyone involved, for all 4 teams. You know, it's very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But already in this round now, this is the first gun round coming in, so Ulster University have got the AK, but Ferris is going to find a cheeky kill there through the smoke. Mr. Sandwich taken out of the round already.
4. Good to see a wall of smokes there from Ulster. Oh, traded out 4v4. Super work from Corm. Be a bit over aggressive from Ferrex. Oh. Cormac moving in, and he gets another kill. That's a 3v3. Oh, he just stays alive from that Molotov. Oh my god. So we have is it Significant? Hiding on site. Great name, isn't it?
Interesting name, alright, yeah. Not one we see every op.
Cormac on 5 HP and headshot. Oh, is he going to see him? Oh, he is, and he gets the kill. Bats bomb down. Significant just has to hide on side here. Oh, and he gets taken out by Jimmy, 2v2. Watching the body of this guy now.
Could go either way. 45 seconds left on the clock, and Jimmy and Lagoon with it all to do, but Bomb's still not down. 40 seconds left.
Jimmy in a 1 versus 2.
He's got to go nuclear here if he wants to take this round.
Just a flashbang. They know where he is, so I mean they can just wait.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. He's got to push it. But...
Oh, great shot onto
great
Bugle.
shot.
Oh, that's a huge clutch.
2.
2-1. That's a great round for Ulster.
That is.
UCD
Jimmy
won't
went
be happy
huge
about
there.
that. Just looking at the money of Ulster now, like some of them mightn't be able to get AKs. Oh, it's a pause. Maybe a tactical from Ferrex, do you think, Cardinal?
I think so, you know. Ferrex has been the coach of a couple of teams in the past, according to what he's told me. So
You said he was coaching UCDA, I think.
yeah, and he's going to be calling the shots here tonight. So all eyes are on him. You know, he's normally on this side of the fence, we'll say, with myself, but going to be in game this time. So he's got to put on a big show, I think, or else, you know, his name could be on the line, David.
He's already on 5 kills. Looking solid with Connor up there at the top. But see, I think it was a sound issue the players were saying, so hopefully he reconnects and we can continue on. Just looking now, UCD, I don't think they've decided, either they're not sure about the buy yet, but they have like 2 players there that could get an okay buy, and then like Buchel only has 2,000, so they're probably going to eco. Yeah, and Significant just whips out the P250. It'll be an eco. As I was saying there, not the best buy from Ulster. I mean, like Galil, Mac 10, and Desert Eagle. I'm keen to look at the Laguna with this Desert Eagle. These some dirty 1-digs.
Yeah, they tend to come out very, very commonly in these games, and even just a couple of pistols on the side of UCD could be enough to give themselves, you know, even just a shout at the round. But the unpause is going to come in. HZ is back in the server, and we're going to be getting into round number 4 very, very shortly. So just while we have a second here, David, what are your predictions going to be for this game now? Which side do you think it's going to go in favour of?
Based on the fact that I think UCDB, like, they're a great team. Like, they got to the semi-finals in the last tournament. You know, they have really good coordination. Ferrex is IGL, and I think they're going to take it. But also, I think Ulster have a chance. I know that they got a bye against, I think it was UL, unfortunately, weren't able to continue with this tournament. Oh, great shot from Lagoon with the dig onto Ferrex. They're just pushing out. Is he going to get another one? Oh, he gets. Yeah, picks up 2. That's pretty good for the Desert Eagle.
It is,
Hand
yeah.
cannon. And Rookie Bugle. It's a round for Ulster. Great soundtrack that I actually used that myself.
Yeah, definitely. And got a bit dicey there, but only managed to drop 1 player, so not too much of an investment lost for Ulster University. Now UCD did well to at least find the 1 kill there.
Yeah, I don't know about the B push. Like, I think once you get the push, I think someone should fall back, maybe some continue on, but they're running, and of course, like, Lagoon could hear them and easily pick them off. But it's nice to see them trying something aggressive, which is great.
Yeah, and I think at one point there, they probably just decided they wanted to get that round out of the way. They didn't bring much into it, so just trying to chance their arm and see what they could bring into round number 5. But Ulster University managing to even up the scoreline now, and this is a very important round for both teams to win.
It's a dodgy buy. I don't know why Cormac didn't elect to upgrade his Mac 10 to an AK, like, because, you know, Sandwich here is on the Galil. Not my favourite weapon in the game, but what do you think of the AUG Cardinal, actually?
I think it's a really interesting gun. I think it's really interesting, and the fact that it has never actually been...
Oh, they're pushing on to A.
Very fast
They
push,
already
actually.
pick out Buchel on forklift. You have Connor sitting on site, and he gets taken out, and it's a 5 versus 3. So I think... Oh, and Ferrex managed just to get one back. And Cormac, yeah, picks it up. That's 4 versus 2 now. So I think UCD should look to save.
Yeah, that makes the retake very unlikely here. Cormac gonna...
HC and Cormac coming head to head. HC comes on top. It's out on top, as I should say.
I think that's going to be all she wrote for the round anyway. Going the way of Ulster again. Very fast push onto A, actually. A little bit uncharacteristic. Maybe they might have caught UCD off guard, but it is going to go their way.
Good call to save there. I think that was really nice from Ulster, just sneaking out there, ripping off the head of your man on forklift, and then just getting in on site. And Connor had no idea that they were coming in from site, which is a shame, really, because he could have picked up maybe 1 there. But that, again, like that default position on A side, it's not the best for winning gunfights, I find.
Yeah, and you know, once they establish control of the bomb site, you know, Ferex did well to pull 1 kill back in favor of UCD, but it's not going to be enough to make the retake viable.
But they're all kind of waiting around now, the terrorists outside B, and UCD in the meantime have an AWP and an M4A4 and some pistol. They did have 4 towards B. Now Significant is after moving back towards mid. The B push has gone well. That's already a kill on. Let's see if Significant can pick this up. Yeah, there we go. That's 2 for Significant. On Cormac and Lagoon, man, just traded it. It's a 2 versus 3. The bomb has not made its way to site, and he's on. What is he on? 6 HP for the long.
Oh, great shot though.
Great spam, like really intelligent there to spam that. Knew he was there, so Ferex probably going to save the op now.
Looks to be that way. Ferex doesn't even have armor to make this even give himself a shout at the retake, but needs to hold on to the AWP. And I think Ulster, with the money in the bank, they might opt to push this one and see if they can take it away from him, but sitting tight for the meantime. That looks like it's going to be a 4th round on the board for Ulster University, David. Yeah,
that's great. Great T-side, great awareness there, just to wait around, wait for the push. And of course there was no push, but it was grand though, because they were able to move into B nice and solid and get the kills slowly. They didn't overcommit and push. Great spam as well into the smoke from Belong. And I was going to ask you yourself, what are your predictions for this match?
Well, similarly to yourself now, I'd be more familiar with the UCD side, but at the same time, Ulster put up a great show against NCI considering the talent that they were going up against. So that was my first experience watching the lads play, but UCD at the same time, I think they've got a little bit more in the way of team play maybe, and once they get the ball rolling, I'd imagine they're going to pick up a couple more rounds on the CT side. But Ulster so far in this game have been really bringing it to them, so it could go either way at this point. It'd be a tough one to pick.
And I just noticed there, Buchel's still on 0 frags, but he's one of the better players I consider in UCDB, so I think he has a few rounds for us in store.
Absolutely.
Belong is going up on boost here. They're waiting around A main again. Number 8 there, Jimmy holding for that B main put. Playing 2 towards mid, which is good from UCDB, and they have Connor there playing quad kind of MBK position. They're just, everyone's kind of waiting around it, waiting for someone to blink. Didn't do those crisscross smokes. Great molly from Ferex just to slow them down. Moving towards B, and they still have Lagoon left in A main, so maybe he's going to try to do some sort of fake here. So that's a HE grenade though. Great kill to Ferex from Belong. That's a 5 versus 4. And we have Significant on site, so he just has to slide here. Great kill from Connor. And Significant gets taken out by Cormac. HC in the heaven position. Let's see if he can get anyone. Just gonna wait around for his teammates for Buchel and Connor to come down. I like that now. The bit of a fake there towards A was clever.
It was, and Lagoon actually took a 1v2 on the A bomb site, but he delayed the rotate from UCD for what seemed like forever. So they're only now arriving at the bomb site, and
they're going for it in the 4 versus 3. Yeah, they kind of have to win this one if they're going for it. He's shooting his teammate. Oh
no!
Oh
yeah,
dear.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, I'd fall back now. From Connor, one more maybe. Oh, lucky. Good again. I just noticed here Ulster, they're building up a good bank, like 7k, 7k, 5k, 5k, and again, it's just say it goes up again to 11k. But I mean, as soon as they lose a round, they're back in it. They might even have this half sorted for boys.
Yeah, just taking a quick look now at the scoreboard while we have a chance. Connor sitting on 8 frags over on the UCD side, and he's trying to match up with Cormac for Ulster University, but unfortunately Buchel can't get the ball rolling. Let's hope he doesn't go for the 0-7, but as you've said, David, you know, he's one of the star players here on the UCD side, and he's not able to get anything going. Ferex is going to get dropped out of this one very early on.
I feel like some of the players in the ICE that they feel like that if they're one of the better players in the team, that they have. I think the connection went there, did it?
Yeah, I think you just dropped out on me just as you were about to say as the better players.
Yeah, I think, especially, you know, Connor on NUIG. I don't think anyone on NUIG has a problem with me saying he's the best player on the team, like, best player in Ireland for sure. But I think he felt when he was playing on Sun Dust too, that he had to like come out with these nutty play rounds, and just we saw Ferex there dying on mid, and I think maybe he felt that pressure to try and do something, but getting caught out guard.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point about the NUIG game, and Connor put up a huge performance in terms of numbers, but myself and Ferex were talking about it during the game, that it seemed like he was almost trying too hard at times to try and make something happen and not letting his teammates, you know, back him up. So
yeah,
definitely one to watch out for now. But 2-6 the scoreline in favour of Ulster University so far, and coming into round number 9.
Perfectly to Ulster theirs. Going for 5 mid now. Again, Ulster kind of go for this passive setup, waiting for pushes. Chat, which of course has been working for them pretty well so far.
Yeah, definitely. Plenty of money in the bank as well, so they should be set up for the rest of this half no matter how the rounds go. But comes the nade stack now into mid. It's going to deal a bit of damage over to the...
Clever, this is good from the UCDB. They're pushing the crisscross smokes. They've taken out 2 players. Cormac and Belong are going down. This is a 4 versus 3. Ulster, they're already on it. They're already on the A side, planting the bomb. That's really smart from them. I mean, the head position, peeks out, takes out Boogle, traded out by Connor. Oof. And then a great nade onto Connor from Mr. Sandwich. So we have Lagoon over towards B. Now this is the most practical position when it's planted on A. Significant coming up against Mr. Sandwich. He gets mollied out. Oh, great shot from Mr. Sandwich. Eric can't do anything about that, yeah. That was a really nice drive from UCB. Shame that they couldn't get onto A, but again, it was a good count from Ulster, you know, going to that A side as soon as they saw all the lads side.
Yeah, it could have been a very different round as well if the T-side player actually went down in that 1v2, because Lagoon was all the way over on the other side of the map, and big flank coming in.
I'd be asking questions after I saw that. Maybe he thought there was one on B and he was going to push B main, but like, I still think he should have been there. Anyway, great boost from Significant. Got 3 towards mid now, UCDB, and they have Buchel with an op on A. I think this is his first time playing with the op, and he's on 3 kills now. So since I said he was 0 kills, he's been getting kills, slowly slogging away. Fair play to him. He's opping on quad, and it looks like they're moving towards A. Ulster are 2 in Squeaky and 2 in A main, while Lagoon is boosted up. He might pick up Connor here. Oh, he just misses the shot gnarly. And they push an A. They take out Buchel. Ferex manages to trade one out. It's a 4 versus 4. Jimmy's slow. Sandwiches and Cormac on low as well. Just some utility damage there. They got 3 towards highway and 1. Oh, and that's great. That's 4 versus 2 now for UCDB. This is very winnable. Connor, they're moving in. They know there's 1 A main, there's 1 quad. Goon gets a pick onto Connor. Smoke him off. Very smart. Mr. Sandwich in a quad, he's going to have to pick up 2 quick frags here. Picks up 1 onto Ferex, second onto HD. Oh, HD trades it out. He gets planted in the default, and a great round from UCDB, yeah.
Great retake.
Waiting around for everyone to gather up and then pushing the side. Good work. Notice HC there, how is he on 8k? That's like the first round they've won in like 7, and he's on like 8k.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Fucking Magpie.
Yeah, he's got the money in the bank anyway, but just when they need it now. Let's see, are Ulster University going to manage to get the reset in, which would be devastating for this half for UCD, but they've given themselves a fighting chance, and this is the first time we've seen the double op setup come out on the CT side, I think, and Ferex is going to be on the receiving end.
Great shot from Lagoon.
Lagoon takes him out. Ferex is out of this round yet again very early, so maybe getting a little bit over aggressive here, but man advantage.
That UCDB changed up completely this round. They had 1 mid there because they had the op. They thought Ferex would go mid, and they had 2 A, 2 B. This could work. Significant picks out a kill. HC takes out the other guy. Ooh! He gets him. That's great work. Oh, and he gets another. That's great. It's a 3 versus 2, and we have Significant on the side, and Jimmy and Lagoon pushing in. And Connor just coming in vents behind. He might pick up 1 here. Is Lagoon expecting it? No, he's not. Jimmy now in a 1 versus 3, smokes the cross for CT, and he's waiting for Connor to push down events. Throws a flashbang, it's the bomb. He's Connor, gets him. Great headshot. 20 HP. Oh, and he's going back around. Very smart. I think he knows. Does he know they're both there? I don't know if he heard Buko's up, but yeah, this is
Plenty of
very
time on the
winnable
clock,
actually.
yeah.
This is worrying now for UCDB.
And they've not made any move towards A. I think they still expect him in B halls, but little do they know the bomb is about to go down on the A bomb site now. Buko, is he gonna
look
smell
at his
the
plant
rat?
as well. Yeah, he's planning for A main, so you know.
That Molly's
Get
gonna
outta
delay
here.
him.
I think the Molotov slightly missed. Or did it? That was good. Molotov. The boat car. Interesting position from Jimmy. Let's see if he can. So they smoke up main, very smart.
Oh,
Jumps up,
almost.
mixes a quick headshot. Yeah. Try, but look, that great round for UC, you know, coming in up there and taking him out. Nice try from Jimmy.
It was, and they didn't panic once the bomb went down on A. They played it slow. They knew they had the time in the 1 versus 2. And the 2 versus 1, I should say.
Jimmy like jumped up there and he hit that insta headshot, which you know it's very hard. But if he did like that's worrying for UCB. Like that would have that would have just reset them there completely.
Yeah, definitely. No, big round for them to pick up, but 4-7 now as UCD try to even up the scoreline towards the end of this first half, coming into round number 12.
Noticing here now that there's 3 M4A4s for UCDB, and if you notice FaZe Clan in the major, they were using the M4s over the AUGs, and inevitably they were knocked out pretty early. So I don't know. I think that's to do with the fact that the AUG is just superior. M4, and I think people just need to start making that switch while it's at such a affordable price.
Yeah,
Just looking at Connor playing MBK here. But look, they have 3 Molotovs on Ulster, so let's see if they Molotov them out. It's a dodgy cross smoke. Ferrix can see through that. Yeah, they do Molly. Then he picks up one, which is good. On him, it's his team frag. Eric's good stuff from him. Waiting around. Bomb still hasn't crossed. They got Lagoon with the op. See if he can pick some frags. Ferrix climbing up towards heaven. Oh, great shot from Ferrix again. Takes out Jimmy. And Belong and Lagoon. Last 2 players. Oh, he picks it up onto HC. I think UCD should just wait.
Plenty of time still left on the clock.
Didn't need to push up there, but yeah, Ferrix told them to stand off a bit, so that's a good call. Bomb I think is going down now. Yeah, they're planting deep off, so pretty good setup now that they have 1 fork, and Long is going to swing out, get the kill. Does he realise Ferrix is above him? Does he?
Ferrix could go huge
has
here.
the kill. Very smart, yeah. Lagoon in a 1 versus 3, and he's going to get shot in the back.
Ferrix almost getting dropped by his teammate there, I think, actually, but gets away with 1 HP, 4k to his name. Great round all around from UCD.
I think Ulster, I think they should have just committed. I think they missed the cross smoke, and that didn't help because Ferrix managed to pick up an early frag there. They were crossing, so maybe a bit more urgency when they're pushing a site there. Or let's see how this round goes. I want to see what's going on. Cormac on the scout, very interesting. He's on 11 and 9. He's up there, with the big boys in the top frag spot. Eric's with an AK in connector. He's just looking at boost now. Again, another passive setup from Ulster, and it's not going their way. Oh!
What a shot.
They shot from Cormac, yeah. That's a 5 versus 4, so Ferrix acknowledges that's a nice shot. Connor, he pushes. Got 1 heaven and 1 side. Significant is pushing out, and he's going to so really tight position. HC going huge, getting 2 quick frags. Jimmy trades out to Buko, peeking heaven there. Don't know if he needed to peek, just wait a bit. Bomb is down. Jimmy gets taken out.
No.
Yeah, and Jimmy, if there's any player I'd want in a 1vx clutch, it's him. Been looking really sweet in these clutches. Does he know Connor's there? Oh, he does! Oh, but Connor gets the kill. Well done to Connor. Money is finally, I think, have they broken Ulster? Are they going to buy here? I mean, they have Sandwich on 7k and Lagoon on 4.4. Great game so far, I have to admit. Like,
yeah, it's been a very close game so far, David, and it looks like Ulster are going to opt just for the pistols. They know next round, last round of the half, want to make it a strong one, but UCD have done fantastic to start to even up the scoreline now, and they could even it up now for the first time in a while, and here they come.
They're slowing down. UCD very good spotting it. They have 2 on site, and they don't often do this.
Here comes
Jimmy
the push.
pushing forklift. Connor gets 1 kill. Connor gets another. Lagoon manages to trade it off into Connor. Jimmy. Ooh.
1
Now,
HP.
Mr. Sandwich. And, still on 1 HP is still
Oh, no.
running around like a madman.
Is he
Oh,
gonna
is he gonna
knife
get the
him?
knife?
Is he gonna get
Oh,
the knife?
And
Well,
Ferrex actually
does
gets
get
the
it,
knife.
yeah. HZ takes
Oh,
out Ferrex
worth
there.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, of course, of course.
That's what
Always
Jared
good to
says
see.
in chat. Worth.
You can tell he was typing that one quickly, but they do manage to even up the scoreline for the first time since the start of the game, so...
I like to see the Ulster, you know, they're going for something fast there at the A rush, but I think that they need to commit more players to that push. Like, I think there's some guys waiting in their main. I like the guy going forklift. Unfortunately, he can't pick up a kill. You know, I mean, that CZ, it's very hit and miss kind of gun.
Absolutely. It's a big round now for
Pushing
both
that
teams.
oh, HD spots him, and Ferrex also gets a kill. Now it's a 5 versus 2. Round is pretty much crumbled. Lagoon left in a 1v5. Now what happened there? It's a really good setup from UCDB, spotting the danger, eliminating the other players. Don't know about, I think Jimmy pushing the over the box there. And he was on his own, so no trade potential. Right setup there from 2 UCDB lads playing on the B side.
Lagoon with a big job here if he wants to take the 8th round for Ulster University now. With just SG in hand and gets dropped to 37 HP. They know where he is. They're going to close the vice on the last D-side player. Ooh, great headshot though. Not going to be enough to pick up the round. That's going to be 8-7. GH is coming out in chat. So yeah, great half between both teams. Very, very close. And
so the round next, I noticed that UCD in their last game, they had a crazy strat. Was against UCDA. They did the crisscross, the smokes mid, wall of smokes, and then they did the cross smoke on A, and then they went B. And with no util, they had like 5 guys, but they lost the round. But it was just very questionable. I think I'm expecting. I think they're going to have some proper sort of strat going for them now.
yeah, and we are going to be getting into the second half of this map, this best of 1 on Cash between UCDB and Ulster University, but going to be interesting to see what strats both teams bring out now as we see UCD get over onto the T side and Ulster University can kind of sit back and take the CT side, and we'll see which way it goes, but very close game, Nick or nothing between them.
It was 2 and then 7 and then was it 7 again or something? I can't do my math fast enough. 6 I think it was. It's very strange. Like there wasn't much going back on. 3 huge players in UCDB. You see the way the kills go. So there's 3 guys in the double digits and 2, and like I think over in Ulster it's more even, like 9, 9, 12, 12, and 5 as well. A lot closer. Is it pause coming in? Is this a tactical? Is it? It's from Buchel, so maybe it's some sort of come up with a quick strat.
Yeah, could be a slight. I think it's a slight tech issue maybe with the pause, but haven't seen anything in chat, so not quite sure what this is. Cormac helping us out here. Just gonna ask what the story is. Someone, yeah, classic.
Technical, yeah.
Yeah, classic.
The UCDB haven't bought any util yet, only significant picking up the armor and the smoke for HC and a flash, and with the P250. Oh, he's back. It's a quick waddle. So we're back into it.
Very interesting boy from Ulster University. They've got only 3 players with the Kevlar defuse kit and the frag grenade. 1 smoke on Jimmy with the P250, so they've got something up their sleeve this round, but HZ with just the smoke and the flashbang for the T side, and it's going to be a fast B
just
push.
Just a B rush, this is great, yeah. But Mr. Sandwich playing headshot, gets 1. You get another, oh, he gets taken out, significant, and Connor gets 2 huge kills again. Mr. Sandwich taken out of the round. 4 versus 3. One player in heaven, Jimmy coming in through vents. Oh, he has no armor, so that's kind of awkward. He knows his 1B main. Oh, great peek from Cormac just to swing out. Buchel gets taken out. 1 quad, taken out. 2 versus 2. Oh, huge again from Cormac. This guy's a god. Buchel left in 1 versus 2. They're defusing the bomb. Oh!
Finds the kill, and his bomb is out in the open. Oh, he's played this perfectly.
Yeah, fair play to him, yeah. Was a really nice try from Ulster coming in there. Cormac with 3 kills in the end. Super stuff.
Yeah, Cormac very unlucky not to actually find anything else there. He really put his team on his back in that round, but not going to go their way. And 9-7 now the scoreline in favour of UCD.
That peak onto the headshot, that was huge.
Yeah, I think he got double dinked actually on headshot, and one of the Ulster University players gets taken out, but will allow them to pick up the pistol round, and most likely second round of the half.
White box, yeah. This is a similar setup, except they're pushing A main more. Similar setup to Ulster, actually just kind of being passive. They're waiting for that pull, and they know Ulster they have nothing really to work with. They have a Desert Eagle on Cormac, and Mr. Sandwich with the P50 every now and just on like the usual USBS. God, Buchel in dress position. He's in the back of Checkers. Spam now. Doesn't connect a shot. So they're moving slowly towards B, and they have Connor on A. So Connor's probably going to throw that cross smoke soon, maybe do a fake, or they're just going to push in on B. They have 3 here, so this is quite interesting now. It dinks, but the UCD, there's too many of them. They just absolutely herd the Ulster players. Oh,
Long does find a kill. Ooh, and Cormac with the Deagle, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fairly impossible, especially Connor coming in behind now. Cormac get taken out. Barracks and Significant chime in. 3 kills between them at the end.
Got a little bit dicey towards the midsection of that round, but managed to hang on to the bomb site as the T side, but that's going to be the second round of the half now. 10 on the board for UCD. Also University need to get the ball rolling on the CT side, and they don't want to see this map start to slip away from them, but UCD on the other hand, big round to win here if they want to take it all the way. The first gun round. Lagoon with the M4A1S actually, not something you see all the time.
4 of them on head armor, and like look at their nades, they don't have enough nades. They know they're in AKs. I think it would have been a better call to drop the head armor and get a smoke, a flash, HE, like it can win you around, especially as CT. So we have a Significant sneaking up in Squeaky. Connor just waiting in A main for that push on his own though. Gets blinded by a flash, he could get killed instantly. I don't think there's going to be much aggression here from Ulster. They just want to sit back, see what happens. Look at the util on UCD there. They have lots to work with. Ferrick's just telling them to play nice and passive. Pukel, as we main, spamming here and there. Lagoon and headshot on B, and Mr. Sandwich on side as well. Bit of a mid fight going on there. And they're moving towards A, so they got one player on A, and he's playing quad. And that's Jimmy. Jimmy has nothing to defend with. He's moving into MBK. Oh, I think Ferrick's off. Ferrick's nails it dead.
30 seconds left, the bomb starts to go down. UCD playing this one beautifully.
Right kill, taking him out. And there's 3 players from Ulster just falling back now. I think that's a good call to fall back. I think it's unlucky that I think they had 2 on B there. Maybe I would have dropped 1 off mid, maybe played 2A there, because again, I think there was 40 seconds on the clock or something. Maybe take a bit of a risk, because they really had nothing to defend with for Jimmy. But again, Ferrick's for the entry, huge headshot, and then Buchel just waiting around forklift for that kill. Great stuff from the UCDB team.
Yeah, and when you're in that situation where you haven't got the utility to play with, you've just got to bank on the duels going your way, and looks like Ulster thought the push was going to come through mid for most of that round, and then the hit came on the A-bomb site. Just one player there to hold them off, and it's not going to be enough. And at least we did see some good discipline coming out, and they get the 3-man save in. Always good to see.
Yeah, that was good, yeah. 2 fam arses. Good util this round. Jimmy not buying the AFK or something, I don't know. Yeah, he buys his
looks like he is, yeah, there we go.
They have 2 on A, 1 mid, and 2 B. Ferrick's on boost. Oh, and he wins that fight. And he's going to have to trade that out fast, whoever that is on high. That's Cormac. Cormac just gets naded. He's gonna fall off the angle. That's a fire sword. Great entry from Ferex. You know, they can just wait now for a bit. They can actually push up highway. Ferex is sneaking up. He wants more. He is feeding it, boys.
Round starts to slow down here now. Pretty default spread from UCD once they've gained mid control. Bomb still back towards.
Jimmy's sneaking up there. He wants to go up connector. I know he does. But, he's just gonna wait around, wait for that push. Gambling that they're going B again. There's 2 B, there's 1 mid. Cormac is playing heaven. And this is actually a good position. This can get you 2 kills. But we have Ferex now sneaking up highway. And Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy's expecting it. Oh, he is. He's looking there every now and again. UCD are spread very thin here. I think they need to get bomb. Yeah, that's right. So, Significant's going to go back at the bomb, and they're going to go towards A. Meanwhile, they have Bugle coming in. Ferex is taken out. And, Cormac gets 2 kills. Finally gets traded out. But he's given his team a huge chance now at 3 versus 3. Saw there Buko was towards B, creating some sort of fake, and you know there were 2 players on B, so that was good from UCD. Significant gets a kill onto Jimmy. Lagoon coming up with Sandwich in a 2 versus 3. They have 1 quad and 2 main. He's just gonna molly main. Is that a team flash there?
Gonna go for this retake as well, so
yeah, I think they have to.
Gonna push for it now.
They've no kit, they should just save now.
Last man left alive. He's gonna get dropped.
Well played by UCD again. Nice round from Cormac though to get the 2. Really hard stuff to such an awkward position. You know, he peeks high, gets a kill, peeks A main, gets a kill, and then finally gets traded out. But it's good stuff from him. Unfortunate that they couldn't win the round.
Yeah, almost picking up a 3k there, but does get traded out eventually.
It's 12-7 now. That's drifting towards UCDB as we predicted. But I think Ulster can easily bring this back if they will. But they're going to go towards B, the 4-man stacking on B. Been playing 2 towards B most rounds, so. And I think they've only gone B twice. I think that was the anti-eco and the pistol for UCDB. Very patient, great molly from Bukel. Oh, and he gets him, but he gets blinded, so. Great from Ulster to throw that flash in to save the game's life.
Yeah, huge presence towards the B bomb site from.
Yeah, this is good.
University, yeah.
Maybe UC just might get tricked and go towards B. Homework in snacks, but there's no push. They're being very patient. UCB. This is perfect. And they both peak at the same time. Ferex gets 1. Bukel's on 9 HP. Lagoon trying to kill him. They smoke B main. That's bomb. They moving towards A. And we only have Jimmy left here to defend the A side. He's moving towards mid. It's 3 guys towards A main. They're going to start pushing A now slowly, I reckon. Yeah. Flashes and all coordination from UCDB. Great stuff to see. We have Jimmy on highway. Oh, and he saw Ferex. And he takes out Ferex. That's the op down. And they can't plant for A main anymore. 4 versus 4. Buko coming in the back. He's only on 9 HP though. You see Jimmy getting a huge kill onto HC coming high. Oh, and he gets another. It's a 2 versus 4 for UCDB. Significant gets a great headshot. Connor gets 1 as well. Nice try from Jimmy there, getting the 2 huge op kills, but traded out by UCDB. Excellent stuff from Significant and Connor. Again, 1 versus 1 now.
Oh, and is he gonna find the kill?
I think this is going to go to
Not enough time on the clock for the CTs anyway, but got very dicey there towards that round, David.
Did indeed. Just looking at the money now, UCB like significant 13,000 in the bank. It's going to buy an op. I mean, like a few rounds, maybe if Ulster got the next round, a few more, like the UCB economy is broken, so you have got to be optimistic. They have 2 ops. This is a good idea. They're trying something new. So Lagoon is probably going to peak B with that op. And he is. They have Bukel here. Oh, and Belong picks up a kill on mid, it seems. So it's a 5 versus 4. That's great stuff from Ulster. Doing that double op setup. Let's see how UCD react now. We got Connor kind of sitting around A main, waiting for that push again. They haven't done the A main flash yet. But Jimmy's playing quad now. Last time he was playing quad, he got cut out. So Might move towards MBK round. See what happens. If it comes sneaking up through Squeaky. UC being very passive, they don't want to lose anyone else. I think they're going to group up at some point and just hit us up.
Now the round timer's starting to tick down, and still see UCD spread out across the map, so very patient play.
Cormac's moving around. I'm not sure if HC heard him or not. They're down 2 towards mid. I think at this point now, I think Ulster should fall back 1 towards have a 2A, 2B set up and just leave your one guy in mid. Cormac has an instant rotate to B here, so if they go B, this round's going to Ulster. Unless we see some godlike shots, which we have been seeing from UCD. Especially Connor, headshot machine.
Yeah, and it looks like Buchel is going to be first contact in this round now as UCD start to move towards the B-bomb site, but there's a flash. That's going to cause a delay. 23 seconds left. We've got to move into the site now. Buchel first out. No, Frag's not going to go his way. Mr. Sandwich finds him. Cormac and Lagoon picking up kills as well now.
That's a great round from Ulster.
Be it. Yeah, brilliant round from Ulster.
Play with 4 players as well. That was a great setup. Great call in the end actually to do the one guy fence so that he could get there.
Yeah, that was a big round for them to win.
You see, you're gonna buy here, and I think if they lose this one, they're probably gonna be broken. Ferrick's going for the Mac 10, but the problem is all these Ulster players have head armor, so this is a B rush. We're seeing a B rush. This is interesting. I think Lagoon is gonna peek it with the op, so hopefully if he can spot it. Oh, a few flashes. Lagoon picks up 1. They know he's there. They're slowing down. They got to keep going. Lagoon gets 2. Oh, and he tries to get in the 3rd. That's huge. They're rotating towards B. Ooh, their Sandwich gets another. Anyone wants to peek that?
Bomb has dropped.
Bomb has been dropped, yeah. They're scared. They know that they opt CT, so they're waiting around. Pick him up. Gets traded out. Got a Ferrix in the back here. It was interesting. I think that was an interesting call to rush B there. Certainly change up the tempo, but like Lagoon, huge round from him. Like if he didn't have that off there, it would have been I think a different story. Well done to him.
That's going to be all she wrote from UCD. Ferrix going down. 3 men still left alive.
This is going to be an eco now for UCDB. This is getting very sketch for them. Great round from was it a Lagoon there? You know that's a really hard angle to get a shot.
It is, yeah, very fast shot coming out, and it instantly then rotates back towards CT.
Yeah, and they know it's B at that point, so they can get everyone else there.
Yeah, exactly. Playing that one really safe. Good call from the lads over on the Ulster University.
Rush, interesting. It's fair though, they have pistols and stuff, so yeah, it's a good call. Tech 9 for HC. I actually think this gun could make a comeback. For the dualies myself. How about you, Carl?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Julies. If I'm gonna pick between that and the Tech 9, the Tech 9 has been changed actually since the last time I used it, so I must actually give it a try.
Nerfed it, or buffed it a bit, whatever. Nerfed, whichever the verb to make it worse, whatever.
Yeah. But HZ is gonna see if he can make it work for him in this round. Ferrix is first out.
Sandwich gets 1. He just got to hide. Got 1 heaven. Oh, great stuff from Ulster there. There's left in 1 versus 5. Can he bring anyone down with him? This would be huge if you could bring down 2 players even, but he cannot. It's 13-10 now in favour of UCDB. They have a bye, but Ulster are building up that bank. I mean, if they got a few kills at UCDB, that would have affected the bank of Ulster, but unfortunately they can't. Ulster have been very good. When they win round, they're very convincing.
Very dominant performance from Ulster University in the last couple of rounds. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard now, that's 3 on the trot that they picked up, so very impressive play from both sides. And seems to be very back and forth in these streaks that both teams seem to pick up a couple of rounds on the trot.
You're absolutely right. I'm just looking at it now. It's like 2, 7, 6, 5, 3. It's mad the way they're going back and forth. Right that they can build men up. So they're after putting Jimmy on Shroud. I don't know if UCB players know about this. That's a great position. Belong takes out HC on mid. Connor's trying to sneak up, and Jimmy. Oh, he knows Jimmy's there now. This is interesting. He gets mied off. Oh, and he's on 29 HP. And Cormac's going to go help his teammate Jimmy on Shroud. That was a good idea going Shroud. Very hard to get the opportunity to go there, I find, and it does get checked a bit nowadays. Buchel in CT. What's going on there? He gets taken out.
Yeah, managed to push his way all the way through
I
the
looked
B
away,
bomb
I
site.
blinked, and I was like, what is going on? And
Yeah,
then he
he's
gets
made his
taken
way
out.
all the way through. Very sneaky, but
Oh,
only
Belong
got
wants
one
to
frag.
peek, and he wins the frag actually there. If he dies there, you know, that's huge. But very confident for him, very good stuff.
Looks like this is going to be another round for Ulster University, David, and I think UCD need to start thinking about
Yeah, Ferrex
the
has
end
gone
of
the
this
pause
game.
there.
Yeah.
He had to go. I think the rounds that they had been winning, it was slow, methodical playing. You know, like hitting that site. Like Connor did some economical damage, but they're gonna go towards A here, and we have Jimmy in MBK. Belong takes out Connor, and Jimmy takes out significant. So 13-11. This is anyone's game at this point. So what do you think Ferrex would be saying to the UCD lads now in this timeout?
I think they need to go back to the formula that was working. We saw, if we're taking a quick look at the scoreboard, we saw them open up the start of this half with some really dominant performances coming in over on the UCD side. They were very convincing, but now it seems Ulster have figured out the system. They're after cracking this T-side system.
You're reading the chat there.
I
yeah.
am indeed, yeah, I am indeed. But maybe that's the solution, David. I don't know. Maybe that is the solution, but they're going to be seeing what they can get done here. If we're looking at the money-wise, you know, UCD...
Ulster fucking 12k on Jimmy. Fair play to him. And
Yeah.
UCD have nothing really. They're going to pay pistols. I think they need to... They've done 2 B rushes. One of them... They both... It wasn't like they were close. They both failed terribly, miserably. So they need to stop doing that. They need... Maybe a mid-take would be good. I know Ulster are playing, I think, 2 towards mid, so that'll be interesting. But Ferrex probably just going to tell them, guys, let's slow down, let's stop peeking. Let's, because I think people are dying early on ECDB. I wonder if there's any strats coming out now from Ferrex. The strat book.
Yeah, he's got the notepad out, but can he convert it into rounds? That's the main thing. So 13-11 is the scoreline. We're coming into round number 25. And just as you've said, David, it is anyone's game.
I think UCDB, they're going towards A, so it's just like an A rush. Yeah. Just get this round out of the way and move on to the next one. Like that's the right approach. But they can nearly steal this. Great flash. Significant's going to jump out. That's 5. Great molly comes in. K-Tech Significant. Jimmy gets one. Duco trades one out. Only with the Glock. HC, can he get the bomb there? Oh, he actually is. That's a great plan. That's Lagoon trades him off, but that's a great plan. I think it's at $500 or $800 or something you get extra for that the next round. Look at the money now, like 7k on Ferrex, 7k Bugle, 7k Connor.
Yeah, huge bomb plant.
It's this round, if they lose this, they're in the next round, like, you know. I think Ulster should have pushed there and got the kill, but they know they played it safe, they saved their own weapons, so good stuff from them. This round is crucial for either team.
Absolutely, I couldn't have said it better myself, and UCD are going to be in a very, very tough economical spot if they do lose this round, and Ulster University are going to be looking towards match point if they do, but anyone's game here.
I think they're going, are they going to do these crisscross smokes mid? Yeah, they are. So UCD are going to do these wall of smokes. And Cormac's going to shoot Vents. He's pushing up close. If he gets flashed, blinded, he could die instantly. But he has Belong there with an AUG. AUG, as some people like to say. Just waiting, very patient stuff. And they're going to throw them now. Is there any Belong? He's probably just going to spam that. He has a Molotov, so that's good. Oh, but Cormac picks up 2 frags and HD trades them out, and it's a 4 versus 3. That's unfortunate that they could spot in. Great molly there from Ulster. Slow them now. Slow down that push. Huge frags from Cormac. Now this could be the difference between them winning this round and losing it. HD picks up Belong on Highway.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're back evens, 3 man apiece on both sides, and set is dropped very low, so he's got to be careful, but 2 men still
Mr.
towards the
Sandwich
B bomb
hiding
site.
on site. I think they
Yeah.
know he's there. Significant. He really wants to get up. CT is smoked. He can go now. Here's Lagoon scoping in CT. He's gonna pick up. Oh, Mr. Sandwich peeks out, takes out Significant. Gets a second onto HC. Buko left. Oh, Jimmy comes in behind Vents. 13 all. Great round from was Cormac there. He was playing Vents and he picked up the 2 guys coming out main. I think that was a good call though from Barracks to go for that mid push. I think they need to try something a bit different. And just unfortunate. I'd nearly go for that again, to be honest. Bukel on the ump this round, so not the best weapon. You really want to be
Yeah, and I'm
going
not... I'm not quite sure actually, just in that last round, one of the CT players actually threw a Molotov, perfectly timed.
Yeah, it was great stuff from there.
Yeah, great there, but oh,
Jimmy gets big out.
opening up the
round. Kind of corner, but he can't finish him. Significant. The mollies are coming in, shots are coming in. Buchel takes out belong, trades out that UMP. The Fervus 3, great round from UCDB, really bringing us back. They have utility for the CT side. But Ferrex still has a molly. Smoke was just used there by Significant. Cormac with the nade onto Buchel on quad. Significant's just going to hold this smoke, I think. If he holds that smoke, oh, he makes a mess of that flashbang somewhere up. It's a 3 versus 3. Gets one onto Cormac. He sees one highway. One pushed on side. Mr. Sandwich takes out Significant. He's holding the defuse. He has a kid.
Oh no, unexpected.
Oh, and he swings out. It's a 1 versus 1. Barracks after the 1 versus 1. Does he have time?
Oh, it's going to be very close. 2 seconds. Oh, he gets it!
0.2 seconds remaining. Jeez, great retake.
Very close there.
Saw there, they tried to plan for a main, but the Molotovs were just raining in. Like, there's nothing they could do. They had to plant default, and Ferrex has to push out from, I think he was playing a main or fourth, but we had to push out. They heard the bomb getting defused. It's a very close round.
Very close round, but that puts Ulster University now in the driver's seat, 14-13. As they edge themselves ahead into the final few rounds.
Loser of this game will be on 1-2, so I'm not sure who lost the... They'll probably be playing NCI in the next match. Cormac gets a fast frag in the UCD. Oh, wow. Crossfire from Cormac and Jimmy absolutely finishes UCD. Barracks in shock in the chat. Well, that went well. Dot pause from Buchel. They're going to have another tactical. They're going to need to talk things over.
Yeah, and looking at the money as well, only 3,500, 3,400, not a huge amount of money in the bank for UCD. They've got to make a very tough call here. How do they approach this round? And Ulster University there set up the firing squad, David, yeah, and they just mowed them down as they came through the smokes, expecting the fast play again, but
they definitely practiced this map with the crossfires like that. I think 1-4 clip was the MBK, just wrecking them. 5-0. AK is the last one UCD. Great round from Ulster. Look at the kills here. Cormac on 27 and 19. He's gonna go for that 30 bomb. Let's see if he can get that 3k in this round. Finish it off. He's on 98 ADR. Meanwhile, Connor and Ferrex HD, they're chiming in. They're doing great work. But as I was saying at the start of the match, Ulster, look at their kills. It's so similar. Bar Cormac, 19, 18, 16, similar. It's teamwork that's winning them this. But over on UCD, it's a bit more staggered, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, we saw Buchel get off to a very slow start on the CT side for UCD, but he has
done a few crucial clutches with them. They're going to go for UCD. They have to, I suppose. Yeah, sorry, it's stupid.
But Ulster University now have 2 chances to close this out in regulation. UCD going to try and put a stop to that if they can. But 13-15 is the scoreline, so 2 chances they get in regulation, David, and let's see if they can pull it off.
8 assists for Mr. Sandwich. I mean, that's devastating. 8 kills. Going for a B rush. That hasn't worked for them 2 times already, but this time they've beef. And the Goon, I think this time he has the op and he's watching B main. I think it's like a contact B sort of play now. He's gonna fall back to side. Molotov's coming in. The set strat, it seems, from UCDB. They're going to smoke the molly, push up, Lagoon takes out Ferrex. Lagoon can't get any more. Buchel comes in with the UMP. We have Mr. Sandwich left side. They know he's there. Gets another one. Belong drives in. Oh, it's a 1 versus 2 for HC to keep going for UCDB. Keep the dreams alive. Molotovs are coming in. He's not going to plant. Takes out Cormac. Cormac peaks. It's huge. This round, or you're out of the match. Jimmy waiting around. HD just very patiently, perfectly. Molotov's there as well, I suppose. There's not much he can do. Jimmy is just hiding. He's going to give him the plant, I'd say.
It's going to be all about timing here. The fake from HZ. Jimmy has to check if it's real, but
so low.
He's very close to the bomb site. Is he going to push him?
And Jimmy's going to win that. Great map from Ulster, and really nice try from UCD. Great match. GG's on. Thanks very much, Cardinal, for that.
Yeah, and it is going to finish up 16-13 in favour of Ulster University. They just managed to clinch it right at the very end, actually managing 8 rounds on the CT side in a row to close out the map. So huge performance. But it was a great game all around, Dave, and thank you for joining me. But that's going to be the first game of our doubleheader tonight. So let me just have a quick look at the clock. So it's 8 o'clock now. Next game scheduled for 9. So we are going to take a quick break. We're going to shut down the stream for a little while. We'll be back again in probably about 40 minutes. Get the next set of players into the server. You're going to see UCD A team take on TUD, I believe, is the next match. I'll just double check.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah, indeed. Right.
That'll be a great match.
It will indeed. That's going to be all from us for now. But David, thank you very much for joining me. It was a great match. I hope everyone else watching at home enjoyed that too. And we'll be back for more in just a little while. So we'll catch you guys then.